Hey everyone, Nancy Ray Allen here, and I'm very excited to be doing this little video for you guys about goals. Now, I have recently been learning a ton about goals and how to set goals and how to achieve goals and how to set goals that make you excited and all of that. So I'm excited to share with you a lot of the cool things that have been working for me and the things that I have learned through my intense study of this subject. Goals are so important. Oh my gosh, they're so important, and they're really cool, and they can be a lot of fun if you achieve them. Now, the way I used to set goals wasn't very efficient, productive, helpful, or empowering at all. What I would do is every New Year's, I would write down a big long list, basically a wish list of all the really cool things that I would love to have happen. And guess what? I might get a little bit of motivation for maybe 3 or 4 days, but by February for sure, that piece of paper is lost. And I mean, I don't even know where those papers go because I haven't even been able to find any of my old goal lists or resolution lists or anything like that. But those were just wishes. They weren't actual goals with dates and plans and anything like that. So my first tip for goal setting is to begin with the end in mind. So dream big, like 20 years out, 10 years out, 5 years out. What does your life look like? Kind of write that down. What are the things you'd like to experience? Where would you like to go? What would you like to do? How would you like to contribute to the planet? How does your family interact? What are those relationships like? And what do they look like? And kind of paint this really beautiful picture of it. And then it's time to get real with it. Goals are the plans about how to reach kind of these bigger visions we have for our life. So what I've done is I've created the top 4 categories of my life, and I only stick with 4 because the more things I'm trying to juggle, the less things I actually get done. It's true. When our power is divided too many ways, we just don't accomplish anything. It would be better to have one goal that you get accomplished than 6 goals that you don't. So I have 4 areas, and in each area I pick a main goal. And now that it's April right now, and I have already changed a lot of those goals because I realized I was setting too many in each category. So my goals are like career and finance, health, spirituality, and relationships. And those are the top 4 categories for me. And another tip within those categories is I would prioritize them for yourself. Because there's going to be days where you're not able to do something in each of those categories to reach your goals. There's just going to be days it just doesn't happen. So set your priority. What is the number one most important thing? If you only accomplish one thing in the next month, year, day, week, whatever, what would be the most important as far as feeling the most accomplished or getting the closest towards that big vision end goal that you have in mind? Okay, so really prioritizing your goals and your day. Put the big things first, the most important things first. So for me, health is my number 4. It's not my top priority. My health could always be better, right? Always be better, but it's not my number 1. It's not my number 1. And right now my priorities, and this might sound bad to people, but it's just understanding kind of not where your heart is, but just where your focus is and being honest with that. My number 1 focus is my spirituality. If I'm not rock solid, and if spirituality makes you weird, just think mentality, attitude, whatever. If that is not solid, the rest of my day is like, whatever. I can't show up in my relationships if I'm like all crazy weird and triggered and insecure and all that jazz, right? So spirituality is number 1 for me. So first thing in the morning, I have a routine, a pretty strict routine. A lot of things that I do in the morning to get my brain in the game, to get me focused and spiritually connected to my higher power. The second thing that's my priority is my finance and career goals. And I know, crazy, right? I'm a mom, I'm a woman, I'm a wife, and I am saying that number 2 for me is my finances. Oh my gosh. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me bad? Does that make me evil? Does that make me a horrible mom? No, it doesn't. And that is something that is very, very not true and very, very not helpful right now. That message and perceptions that's going around. So if you women are having issues with your ambition, this fire inside of you, things you feel like you're supposed to go do, you're feeling guilty, you gotta stop that because you have important things to do. You have a mission and a message. You really need to stop it. Okay? It's okay It's okay. And this is why, for me, career and finance is coming before my relationships in my goal priority list. Okay, if I had to choose between my career and my family, duh, I would choose my family. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when I have my mentality and my spirituality in check, and when I feel like I am proactively and productively working forward towards my career goals, which are so strongly tied to what I feel like my mission in life is and my purpose, then when I interact with my daughter and when I interact with my husband or my family, my parents, I am present. I am engaged. And I am feeling fully activated and ready to be there with them. Because I feel like I've got these other things in check. I have these other things in line. And that's just what I found for me. So you need to find that for you. Okay, maybe it's your health. Maybe for you, like, you have a really hard time when you haven't taken care of that for yourself. Like, man, first thing in the morning, I've got to get up and work out and shower and get all dressed and be looking great. And when I'm like that, I'm like, boom, it's going to be a rock solid day. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to just be on. Okay, you've got to know what makes you hot. And by hot, I mean feel good about you and be able to feel like you've got all your power, that you are fully charged up. And for some people, that means they need to get into their spirituality like massively huge. And I would recommend that most people, the very first thing you really should do is get your spirituality and your mentality in check. Because if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to do your health or anything else. So for me, that's a very, very foundational thing to do first. And if your health is horrible, like horribly awful, then it's hard to show up in relationships. It's hard to have a career goal. It's hard to move forward. So at different times of your life, different things are going to shift. I've been really, really sick before. I was really, really sick after having my daughter. And my number one priority had to be my health. Because if I wasn't healthy, I couldn't take care of her. I couldn't. And if I wasn't healthy, if I wasn't living and breathing, how could I do my spirituality or my mentality stuff every day? I couldn't. So it's going to shift and change for you. So get raw, get real with yourself. What are my priorities right now? And I could go on all day about goals and goal settings, but I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of a different thought about when you're approaching your goals and when you're setting those goals, what those look like for you. All right, you're awesome. Go big, play, have fun, and really work hard. And I will talk to you guys later.